Welcome to Sir Fritz Social Studies class in Introduction to Philosophy of the Human Person. And in this video recorded discussion, we will focus on the topic of authentic dialogue and acceptance. Let us begin our discussion. Dialogue goes beyond mere conversation. It involves opening oneself up to another person's truth. In our diverse and complex world, authentic dialogue is not about persuading others, but about connecting with them. It teaches us how to coexist with others in a way that honors truth, respect, and dignity. Despite our differing beliefs, backgrounds, or worldviews. So dialogue is important. Why? Because it is through words that we connect with people, through symbols that we connect with people, that we are able to understand one another, that we have knowledge about ourselves, our surrounding, and others. Okay, without those dialogue, those exchange of symbols class, okay, we will not have knowledge. And knowledge is essential in building your wisdom. Okay, and therefore, knowledge is essential in knowing what is the truth all about. Because in philosophy, we want to know things because this knowledge will lead us to the truth. Okay, so dialogue is more than just a conversation, it is an exchange of symbol, a symbol that gives us knowledge and understanding about ourselves, the others, and our surrounding. Okay, so let us have a video.
Philosopher Jürgen Habermas believed that genuine dialogue, free from lies, domination, and hidden agendas, can transform society. 1. For Habermas, communication isn't just exchange, it's a bridge between minds where collective truth can be built. 2. When dialogue is free from coercion, it becomes more than talk, it becomes the foundation of democracy itself. 3. He warned us, if power or deception poisons speech, society loses its chance to grow through understanding. 4. True progress, then, isn't imposed. It emerges when people meet as equals, listening with honesty and respect. 5. Every conversation holds potential to dominate or to liberate. Habermas teaches us to choose the
Okay,
latter.
so
So next
therefore,
time you speak or listen,
when we
remember
communicate,
communication isn't just words,
we are
it's
not
the
just
hidden power that can
exchanging
reshape the world.
symbols, but we are shaping the ideas and knowledge of others. And so, thus, when others communicate with us and make dialogue with us, they are also shaping and influence our ideas about this world. And those ideas will affect how we do our actions. Okay? Because it becomes part of our decision making process. Okay? Because when we do our decisions, we gather informations first if that action is good or bad. Okay? So we try to forecast the result or the consequences of action. And because we have been informed and have dialogue with others, it can strengthen or break the decisions that we have, the actions that we will eventually do. So, according to Gadamer's fusion of horizons, okay, Hans Georg Gadamer describes dialogue as the
Philosophy
merging of perspectives, not erasing differences, but learning from them. So, therefore, when we communicate with people, our perspective, our horizon, atong panglangtaw sa kalibutan becomes equal. Okay, it merges. Okay, mag-abot mo na term nga nag-abot ang hunahuna, nagtupong ang utok or ang pagsabot. Okay? So because of that merging of perspective class. Okay, these people who have been connected through dialogue will be able to move synchronously. Okay, whether they are distant apart from each other or they're so close with each other, since their perspective is aligned, they have merged their understanding of this world, then they move in unison. Okay, so kay bao na sila unsay maayo ug di parehas na naslag standards sa kinabuhi. Okay, and that's because of dialogue, authentic dialogue, tinud-anay nga pag exchange o pagsabot sa kalibutan. Okay, so that is according to Gadamer in his Fusion of Horizons. And also, there is empathy and active listening. Authentic dialogue requires empathy and active listening. You cannot have empathy without active listening, and you cannot have active listening without empathy. So, genuine communication involves empathetic listening. So, therefore, it requires your hearing to be active, okay, to hear what is said and unsaid. So, you are able to understand the sounds, okay, and hear it clearly, but also with your vision and your feelings, okay, your instincts, you can understand what has been unsaid. Kanang wala gisulti, wala gi sound out. Okay, so therefore, as a person, you can capture the status or the situation a person is in by listening and having the right vision and feelings. Okay, and that is empathy. To be able to understand someone's feeling as if they were yours. Okay? So kung galabad yung ulo, naka-feel sa gaglabad imong ulo. Okay? Kung naglain niyang ipamati tungod anang panghitabuad, then empathy means maka-feel sa jud ka. Okay? Getting to the root of the problem, and then you offer comfort. So therefore, empathy is aligning with the feelings of others, the situation of others, but not being uh, imprisoned to it, or dili ka ma stranded sa feelings niya. So therefore, you are there to witness only, not to really being captured to it. Okay, imaingon ka, naglabad akong o, moingon na sad ka, bitaw nakasabot sa ko unsay feeling anang naglabad ang o. Sa una ingon ani sad ko inana. So therefore that is empathy. Okay? You try to make sure that the others understand the situation that they are in. Okay? However, it's very different from sympathy because sympathy is passive. Okay? So you only feel sorry for someone from your own point of view, and you offer unsolicited advice and passing judgment. Okay? So therefore, nana siya'y mga directions, mga judgment nga involve ang sympathy. Okay, pero si empathy, you do not give judgment, but you just feel for others. Okay, and in empathy and active listening, it will have humility and patience. So therefore, kung ang person feeling low, niya ikaw high, therefore you must learn to go low to align with that feeling of others. Kung if that person feels high, then therefore you align with the feelings of others. Matong horizon. So mag-abot yun mo through empathy. But you can only have empathy when you have actively sense the others through active listening, active observation, and active feeling with others. And that is genuine communication, true communication. So let's have a video.
Riley can't be done with me.
Hey, it's gonna be okay. We can fix this. We just need to get back to headquarters. Which way to the train station?
I had a whole trip planned for us.
Hey, who's ticklish, huh? Here comes the tickle monster! Hey, Bing Bong, look at this. Oh, here's a fun game. You point to the train station and we all go there. Won't that be fun? Come on, let's go to the train station.
I'm sorry they took your rocket. They took something that you loved. It's gone. Forever.
Sadness. Don't make him feel worse.
Sorry.
It's all I had left of Riley.
I bet you and Riley had great adventures.
Oh, they were wonderful. Once we flew back in time, we had breakfast twice that day.
Sadness!
It sounds amazing. I bet Riley liked it.
Oh, she did. We were best friends.
Yeah, it's sad. I'm okay now. Come on. The train station is this way.
Na ba siya empathy? For si sadness, iya yung i-display ang empathy. Okay, so as you will notice in this video, we can see that empathy will enable a person to move on from the feelings they are being captured. So kung naglagot siya maayo, then therefore kung walay empathy niya ang mga tao, then forever na siya maglagot, mapriso siya sa emotions or sa feelings. However, with the person with empathy, they can now let go from the emotion. Okay, so that is how important empathy is. But for empathy to happen, it needs the person to be active. Active listening, active seeing, and active feelings. Okay? So therefore, doing empathy or being empathetical with others is a form of treatment. It's a form of help. Okay? So we are helping the others. Okay? And that is genuine communication or genuine dialogue. So, another philosophical concept that we need to understand in genuine dialogue and connection is tolerance versus acceptance. Tolerance is enduring the others, and acceptance is embracing them as they are, even if they challenge our assumptions. Okay, not just assumptions, but feelings, understanding, kanana. Okay, so tolerance is we endure with others. Okay, so kung sabaan siya, then therefore, if we want to tolerate it, then we endure the pagkasabaan sa uban. Okay, and therefore, we then accept them as they are. Okay, sabaan naman yun na, natural na niya. However, there are behaviors that does not need to be tolerated and accepted. Okay, depending on the situation. Why? Because if there are behaviors or actions, okay, that will affect moral judgment or the idea of what is good and what is bad, then therefore it becomes a behavior towards others also. So therefore, we must learn to tolerate, okay, those behaviors that we deem accepted that can be changed. Okay? So, para na to mausab na siya, then we tolerate it and embrace and accept it. But if there are behaviors that will not just harm one but many people, okay, then therefore those are behaviors or actions that should not be tolerated or accepted. Okay, so we have here mga real life application. So let's have the dialogue setting. So a group work with someone of a different belief. So authentic response will be listening, asking respectful questions, But the inauthentic response will be dismissing or mocking the reviews. So meaning, naay usa ka member sa group, nga naay siya lahi og perspective or pagsabot sa butang or sa tanan, then ang uban will just listen. If that is an authentic person, will just listen and ask questions. But those persons who are not authentic, would have different agendas or selfish agenda or interests, they will dismiss it and does not accept that different belief. Okay. Next setting will be conflict in friendship. An authentic response will clarify feelings through calm discussion. Okay, but those people who are inauthentic will shout, blame, or cut off. Okay? So meaning kaning inauthentic persons, they have selfish agendas, selfish interests. Na sila kaugalingong pagsabot nga gusto sila mo align nila ang tanan. So ganan sila ang kunon ang tanan. So meaning they do not recognize the others. Okay? So mo na mga inauthentic response. So another setting will be class debates on social issues. An authentic response will be acknowledging valid opposing points. Okay? But the inauthentic response will only waiting for a chance to speak or attack. So speak or attack yun ang mga inauthentic. Okay? So therefore gusto gud nila nga mulabaw gid sila sa tanan. Okay, so they are hunting for the weakness of others. But those person with authentic response will acknowledge, will accept the points and viewpoints of others. Okay, so kung inana na siya, okay. Pero those who are inauthentic, they will look for the weakness and capitalize on it and overcome those mga other ideas from others. So mulabaw gina sila. Okay? So I hope you are able to understand authentic dialogue and genuine relationship. And if you have your takeaways, you can write it in your notebook and you can write at least 5 ideas, identify the interesting ideas, and also the difficult parts. And that covers our discussion of authentic dialogue and genuine relationship. If you have questions or concerns, feel free to direct message me. And that's it.